Hello and welcome to the second episode of Minecraft Modded. We are going to take a small look at what I've been doing off camera for the last couple of days, because I've done a little bit of work and grindy stuff to get started on this world. To begin with, I've started to explore the materialization mod that's in my own mod bag, sort of what I've gathered. And for the moment, I've realized that we make these patterns that we then use inside, I think it's here, together with the material that we need. And you need different type of materials and a different type of amount of materials to make the different heads, and then you combine them with a tool handle pattern, or a handle that I have done. And I've did do an axe and a pickaxe, and they are a little bit better than the usual ones. For example, now the durability is broken because I've ended it, but you can see there that max durability, it's on 275, and yeah, that was the pickaxe. If I take a look here, you can see that it's on 250, so it's a little bit better with that. What I've also done is that I've explored the world a little bit, and you can see the little additions to our outside starter base here. If I take up voxel maps, you can see that I've explored a little bit around the world, going a little bit more south. I was trying to find a specific island biome that's in the mods, but I didn't get one, so that's why I've gone about here. I've also traveled a little bit on each side here, and once I've actually traveled to this place, it was a village, and it was the village that I sort of felt like, yeah, it's the closest one. So I've also done the thing that I've taken two villagers with me to this place here, and yeah, they finally started breeding. Nice. What I've done, it's taken ages, I think, for these two, the ones that are farmers, to actually start breeding, because they are providing their own food, and then because of villager mechanics, they are going to try and fill all the beds here. And what I'm going to be doing is, once I've gathered up enough rails, I'm going to take them away from there. And also on the back here, I've just recently started to make a little bit more of an better farm for my crops, but it takes a little bit of time, so I still have my one that's manual done. And yeah, like I said, I explored a little bit, taken down a lot of trees. So here we have willow trees, for example, very nice looking ones. They are going to go nicely into places with water, I think, where natural willow trees go. And then we have these, the pink sakura trees, and they are really gorgeous. The logs I'm a little bit different about, because they are, like you can see, they are not one complete block. They are a little bit smaller than that. So I don't know how much you can work with the log texture of the tree, but I'm really liking the other stuff, for example, the effect of these. And then we have this different here, and I think this was Japanese maple or something like that. We can take one down and look. Yeah, it was. So they come in two different colors. The one that's this sort of light red or more red, and then we have this that's more of a dark red color, more velvety, or yeah. And I'm trying to farm a lot of these, because the stripped log is what I'm going to be using to make the first sort of bigger building on this world. But I have yet to gather up enough amount, so that's going to be something that I do during off time when I'm not recording and so forth. And yeah, on this side behind the trees there we have some sheep, cows and chickens, so I have food for the moment at least. But what we are going to do today is not be up here on the surface to build, because like you probably have seen from the title of this episode, I'm going to start working on that XP. Because I want to, once the villagers are done for trading, I want to have a lot of XP to actually put enchantments and so forth on my stuff. So I started digging out a little bit of I think it's the branch mine. Yeah, it's the branch mine where I've started going up here. And for example, if you look up in Corner, you can see that Voxel Maps is really good at showing this stuff. So that's why I've decided to go over here. I just random picked a direction to go, and then when I got here around this place, I started noticing that it was a lot of mobs in this area on the map, and I was wondering why, and started digging up because I'm rather low down, and lo and behold, I got me a zombie spawner rather close by. And that's what we are going to be using today to make an XP farm. I should have brought stuff with me before going down here. But yeah, that was a skeleton. So I'm going to start with stripping out everything around here to start making a very simple zombie grinder, so we can use that for both getting rotten flesh to trade with clerics later on, and also to get a lot of XP easily. So yeah, I'm going to go and gather up materials, strip out these, and we will see each other on the other side of that work. And welcome back to the zombie spawner. I've dug out a hole around the zombie spawner. It's 9 by 9, so in each direction, for example, left and right, up and down, and on each side we have a 4-block space around this zombie spawner. And that's the reason, because spawners spawn mobs in that area, sort of. So that's why we are down here doing that. And what I'm going to be doing also is to actually take away these here. It affects the rates a little bit in the capacity that something, I don't know actually, I remember, but yeah, usually you can put stuff on top of the spawner to stop mobs from spawning there, because sometimes they spawn down there and they don't walk off the spawner, and then it affects the mob spawning, since it's counted towards the mob cap. So that's why I put the pillar up there, because it's the easiest to do at the moment. Other than that, I've dug out a small platform here. I've also lit up the area, because if it's not lit up enough, then zombies will spawn. So while I work, I will not need that. We're going to take every one of these torches away later on, because it's going to be completely dark inside here. And I've done the thing that I've put a platform here that's going to have water in each corner, pushing the zombies down here, and then one water source in each corner here as well, to make them go into the hole here. And the reason for me having them taken out of this area is because otherwise, until I've killed the zombies, then not for example, if yeah, I'm going to start over. For example, if I've done this hole a little bit too close. For example, if I've done it inside this area, then the zombies would have been counted towards the mob cap, and then the spawner would have not summoned new zombies. But with this transporting them a little bit further outside of the area, then the spawner is going to check a couple of times for if it's mobs down there. If it's not, then it's going to spawn new mobs, and we're going to have a steady stream of zombies that goes inside here. And then on the other side here, where we're actually going to come down, because I have my path here, and we're going to stand here, crouch, and then all zombies will, yeah, we can see at the moment, all zombies will fall down here. And I've also put in a slab here because we're going to have baby zombies, and they are of course just 1 block tall high, so they, if I didn't have the slab here, they would get out of this and try and kill me. So that's a precaution. And then we have just a hopper and a chest here to collect every item. Very simple and very standard sort of mob farm in the early game. It's not the most efficient, but it works with the small resources that we have. So what I'm going to be doing is to first put in water here, and I hope now. No, I thought that this would work. It didn't. Shoot. Oh yeah, of course. I thought, because I have done this farm in another world, another time, and I thought that it would, but I forgot that I have put in more water sources than just in the corners. So we're going to have water sources on each side here, so we get a small wave. Yeah, that's good. Now it's right. And then we put in that there and that there, and as you can see, it's closed down pretty perfect to put the zombies in here. The one problem I have is that I know that zombies can sometimes sort of pack spawn, or not pack spawn, but get stuck on this because they don't get into the block because they are blocking each other. But I have yet to find a solution for that. I could use walls instead, because they have a little bit of a different hitbox, but still funnel the zombies down there. But I need to have walls in these and these areas, and if I put a wall here, then it's a little bit taller than an actual block. Both fences and walls are, I think, 1.5 tall, even though they don't look like it. So if you stand on a wall, then they are going to get pushed up, and when zombies do that here, they are not going to be in the water, and the water won't push the zombies down here. So that's why I have not done that. Now we are going to change up that so I can hurry and close up that wall thing, because once it gets dark enough here, zombies will start to spawn, and I want to be out of here once that's happened. So we sort of go from the furthest down to the one closest to this area. There, I think that's the last. Yeah, except for the ones around the actual zombie spawner. Okay, we will need to be efficient about this. In the water, we're not going to be it, but yeah, if I could get down there, and the last one, there, we did get a zombie. Hopefully we can run. Yeah, good. We can actually take away this and take a little look, but yeah. And here we have our zombie, the first one. And we can hear them as well and see them on the map. I should probably install a small window and not stand so close, but This seems to be working. I'm grinding a little bit of XP and yeah, our torches, and we have a little bit of rotten flesh here as well. Then it gets a little bit of time before the spawner actually detects. It's around a couple of seconds, and also I can't look up there at the moment. But this seems to be working, and working rather fine. So I'm going to take those with me, and we're going to leave this place. So that's our farmer or mob farm for the moment. It's going to be the source of XP for me in early game until we have yeah, here we're going. Until I've gotten enough materials to make, for example, guardian farms or enderman farms once we get to the end. So yeah, I'm also going to try and find me a skeleton spawner, because I will need a lot of bones as well, and bone meal and so forth. And even though I have my composter up there, I don't have the... It's not that very efficient yet. Yeah, mobs nearby. That worked. So now we have our mob spawner. I'm not going to go out just yet. We may... yeah, I think I'm going to do a little bit of stuff here. We go down again. I have still time on my recording, so we are going to have to fill that out a little bit with more stuff than just the spawner. So here, and I think, of course, we're going to make a little bit of the tunnels a little bit more easy on the eyes as well. But that's a project for the future here. So here, and if I go up here and we can do this, so we put in glass here and there, and glass there, so I can also see what's happening. And we can see that they are sort of not getting down. They can, but not as efficient, so that's why I need to be here to kill off everything and not stand that close. It's going to be nice once I actually have sweeping edge on my sword as well. And maybe have... I think it's smite sword that's good on zombies, because they are undead mobs. So yeah, this is going to be a rather nice farm, I think, to use at the moment. I may change it up and maybe make it 3 wide or something to compensate for the zombies not getting down the hole. But yeah, now everything, and I'm going to take some iron with me. Oh, lava. I've been working around lava here for a little bit of time because not so much in this actual spawner, but here it is, and we're going to cut down on the hostile mobs. They are very loud. Oh, someone that has there. Oh, and an iron ingot as well. Nice. I was hoping for them to leave me some carrots actually, or potatoes, because zombies can drop those, and I need them because I think they are a little bit better, and I also need them for changing. Not there. For doing my crop farms, that I can later on trade with villagers to get more emeralds to trade with the other villagers with. So yeah, now we are up here, and yeah, as you probably saw, I have a nether portal here, and this is where I've started to set up my bookshelves for enchanting. So yeah, that's for the most part, it's the second episode of this series now. It's sort of every player in Minecraft that I think at least that has played for a little bit more than maybe being beginner wants to get to endgame as fast as possible. So yeah, that's what's my goal at least. It's going to take a couple of episodes, but soon it's hopefully going to be rather okay for that. So we can pop some of those in there, not that chest, there, and that bucket we're going to save in case we need it. There, mob drops there, and yeah, just going to check where the sun is so I don't end the episode where when I have to go to sleep rather fast. But yeah, that's good. So I think I'm going to actually go down and turn to you there. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this second episode. It's going to be a little bit grinding now in the starting. It's going to take a little bit of time doing everything, but once we are on the road and actually have done a couple of things, getting up some farms, getting a little bit more of materials, it's going to go rather fast, and then we can work on making everything pretty here and actually start exploring more of the biomes and different changes with the mod pack. Until then, I hope that you will subscribe so you don't miss anything of my future episodes. I hope that you liked the video and that you comment on it and tell me what you liked about it. Otherwise, we are going to say goodbye for now.